Hey Run Junkies, welcome to Runners Without Limits TV, and this is the course map breakdown for Rundisney's 2022 Springtime Surprise Weekend, celebrating yestermorrow. Whether you are running a single race or all three, this will give you a few ideas on what to expect. In case you are new to the Springtime Surprise, well, join the club, as a matter of fact, because this is an inaugural event bringing back races from Rundisney's past. All three of these races existed and were discontinued at one point or another. And over on the podcast next week, Jen and I are going to talk about the history around these races. Before I get into the course maps though, I want to let you know that a companion video, the digital event guide breakdown, link above, will walk you through the guide and what you need to know before you go about sunrise yoga, parking, transportation, the expo, and other important information. You can click on the link above or in the description, but your best bet is to go into the guide to get any information you need. Now, one thing I noticed about the courses is how, while a lot of it might look familiar, we are running maybe in the opposite direction or in new areas that we as Rundisney veterans might be used to. Same feeling, just a different point of view. Lastly, as I was editing this video, I noticed a slight discrepancy between the 10K 10 mile staging maps and the course maps. The staging map shows that the course goes under Spaceship Earth toward the finish line, but the course map shows a different route. Now, this is just a guess, but I'm pretty sure the course map is going to be accurate in this scenario. The staging map is usually recycled from previous events. They don't make a lot of changes, which is fine, but I thought I would point that out so you don't get confused later. Now let's get into the course maps. Getting to the course maps from the Rundisney homepage, click on Events and the Springtime Surprise Weekend, then head to Runner Info and the Digital Expo and Event Guide. That will take you to the Event Guide homepage. Please note this is a new URL, rundisneyexpo.run, and this is all covered in the other video, in the digital event guide video, so I'm not going to spend any more time on this. We're going to head straight over to the event schedule tab. Now again, this shows you all the dates and times of all of the events across the weekend. So to narrow it down, I'm going to come up here and hit Run Disney Races button. This tells me all three races and the events. Now, if you were looking for the sunrise yoga, I did that. I covered that over in the digital event guide breakdown. Starting with the Expedition Everest 5K. That is at 10 p.m. on Thursday, March 31st. If you are running the 5K or the challenge, you must pick up your bib at the Health and Fitness Expo earlier that day. Let's get into the start and finish staging maps. Let's look at this staging map here first. Anything that's in green is runner access area, anything in yellow is spectator and reunion area, and then your guest transportation is in the pink. Okay, if you're driving in, this is your event parking down here at the bottom of the page. And if you are taking the bus in, it's as if you were going to Animal Kingdom for the day. It's the same bus drop-off as you would at Animal Kingdom. So what it looks like is happening, which is very similar to what they've done over at Epcot in recent events, is that you will be dropped off here, you'll go through security here, and then be led over to the start and finish area. So again, I think it streamlines the process for them, and then we can come down to the start and finish area. So we have your reunion area here. Again, spectators and family and friends can all meet in here. You will have your start groups over here. Now, let me really quickly remind you what start groups are. Those are on your bib. You will get an S number, S1, S2, and so on. This is replacing or a rebranding of the corral system from past events. And we don't know what our start groups are going to be until we actually pick up our bibs. We have water and gear bag check over here, food and beverage over here, and your entertainment. This is where you'll see Carissa and John and DJ CJ and all of that great stuff right here at the start line. As for your finish line, you're going to come across the finish line here, grab your medal, grab your water and Powerade. The Advent Health Medical Tent will be just off to your left if you need anything, and your post-race snack boxes with your plastic cheese. Let's head up to the course map here. Now, one quick note about the Expedition Everest 5K. In the past, when they originally did this, there were obstacles along the way, but it looks like they have eliminated those for the reboot. From the start line here, you are going to run one long circuit around the Animal Kingdom parking lot. Now, with very few exceptions, Run Disney is really good at providing entertainment along these long sections, so look for character stops here in the first mile. Now, as you turn back toward the park entrance, mile 1 will be just inside the front gate of Animal Kingdom. You'll probably get some good photo opportunities for selfies in front of this entrance. There might even be some photo pass there. One thing about the 5K course is that it may have the most elevation gain and loss in the shortest period of time. So as you come in past mile 1, you're going to go up this hill into the heart of the park. Now you're going to run over the bridge and straight down the hill toward the Tree of Life. I'm guessing there are going to be some photo pass photographers here for your money shot, your jump shot, and then you can make a wide left-handed turn in past Tiffin's, right here, or Nomad Lounge, my favorite place, and into Pandora, the world of Avatar. Now, if you are familiar with other Run Disney courses, you're traveling the opposite way through Pandora than we normally do. So that's going to be a fun change. Another downhill past Navi River journey. This is downhill here. You're going to go across past Flights of Passage, then back up this hill here. Now you're going to take a quick left-hand turn. This is another downhill here. You're going to go down along this boardwalk. If it's wet, it may be a little slippery, so watch your step. Then again, another uphill past the Lion King venue, in past Harambe Market. When you come up into Harambe Market, you're going to go backstage to the only water stop, and that's at about 1.5 miles. So that is backstage. You're going to do a quick cross backstage, then out past Kali River Rapids, and then out onto the main thoroughfare near Asia. So you're going to hit another slight uphill as you come back past Expedition Everest, which will apparently still be closed for refurbishment, but what can you do? Here is mile 2 at the bridge. Now, the third mile here is a little interesting. This is new, so there are parts of this that I am not familiar with. Okay, so you're going to come through Dino Land. You've got the Finding Nemo event venue here, into Dino Land, past Triceratops Spin, and then past the kind of access point to Dinosaur, and then out backstage. Down this hill, and then we have a long out and back. I'm going to say, guys, eyeballing this is probably 1/4 mile out and then back again. This probably makes up 1/2 mile, and that's really just to make up the distance that you need to make it a 5K. So you're all backstage for the last 1/2 mile or so, and then you hit mile 3, and then out to the finish line. Now, in the middle of all of this, you have a scavenger hunt. All right, coming back to the top of the page, here are all of the instructions for this part of the event. I am not going to read every word here. I'm going to leave that to you, but here are the basics. You will get 6 clues, and you are encouraged to solve them after you run the 5K. You need a smartphone or tablet with Android or iOS capability and the Mobile Adventures app. There will be a QR code on your bib to access the app and the clues. So clues, here's something really interesting here. Clues will only open as you visit locations indicated with an icon on the map. When they are open, you can choose to solve the clue then, or better yet, wait until you complete the course. Now, the rest of the information here is how to navigate the app, so take a look at this. Now, if this is confusing, I'm kind of right there with you. There are a lot of unknowns here, but I don't think it matters. I think it will all be clear when we get to the expo and the staging areas and run the race, so please be patient. Remember, guys, this is supposed to be fun, and I'm actually really looking forward to this part. All right. Let's move on to the next race. The Race for the Taste 10K is at 5 a.m. on Saturday morning, April 2nd, with the start and finish lines in the Epcot parking lot. Run Disney states that you must arrive to the start staging area by 4 a.m. Now, before I get to the course, I'm going to show you the staging maps, just like I did before here. So first up, let's look at how the event transportation and drop-off is going to work. So again, your green is the runners only area, your yellow is spectator area, and then you have the pink is your transportation information. So if you are driving in, you have event parking here. Your ride share and guest drop-off will be here. Now, one quick thing that they have changed with the last couple of events, The resort bus drop-off is going to be where you'd get dropped off as if you were going to Epcot for the day. So they drop you off here, and then you go through security. Again, this is something new, and it kind of streamlines the process. Now, it is a bit of a walk. It's about a 3/4 of a mile walk from the bus drop-off. Let's come down to the start staging map again for the 10K and 10 mile. So once you're dropped off at Epcot, you get your selfie with Spaceship Earth. You're going to come past spectator viewing here, past the finish line, and then up into the reunion area here. John and Carissa and DJ CJ will all be right here. I'm assuming DJ CJ, he's there at all of the events. I hope he's there for this one too. Anyway, so they will all be there kind of getting everybody pumped up for the race. Then you're going to go into your start groups. And once you start the race, again, start groups are S1 and so on, like they are with the 5K. Then you will start your race run all the way, you do your race, and then come back. You're going to cross the finish line. You're going to pick up your medals right away. There's going to be an Advent Health Medical tent on the right as soon as you cross. Water and Powerade along this nice long walk. And then if you have run the challenge, you will pick up your challenge medal here. That's where you get your snack boxes right after that, and then you are out grabbing your gear if you checked it. Let's get to the 10K. For Run Disney veterans, this 10K course may be familiar, as it is very similar to the 10K courses from Marathon and Princess weekends in 2020 and before. But this is nothing like its predecessor, the Race for the Taste 10K from 2009. For the start line, you are, let's go up to the start line here. You are straight out the highway, nice and flat for about a mile, at which you are greeted with a quick hairpin turn. Foot traffic may slow down a little bit here, and in the past they've had a character stop at this turn, so take a look out for that. Then up the bridge at mile 2, right here, and then this, very familiar hairpin turn, caution runners, sharp right turn ahead. And up and over the overpass back into the bus drop-off area for Epcot. You're going to go backstage, behind the seas, behind the land, and then out past Journey into Imagination to mile 3. Then you're going to take a right-hand turn to go toward World Showcase. You'll take a right at the Starbucks here. Then you're going to head past Canada, and then out past the United Kingdom phone booths at that backstage access point there. You're going to come past the Skyliner and then do a complete circuit around the boardwalk area. You're going to pass Beach Club and then Yacht Club, come up and over this hill at the Swan and Dolphin, and then mile 4 right in front of the Boardwalk Resort Hotel. You're going to complete your circuit and then come back in through International Gateway, up the hill and across the bridge. Before you complete your circuit around World Showcase, you go backstage past Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, then behind Morocco, and then back out onto the back on stage, pass all the way around the World Showcase. So you head into Future World, or whatever they're calling it now. Then you run past Creations Shop right here, then head backstage past Test Track, and then behind the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at mile 6, then out to the finish line. We are not running under Spaceship Earth for this, but you will likely see Photo Pass as you enter World Showcase, from World Showcase, so please keep an eye out. There will be 3 water stops at 1.5-ish miles throughout the course, and they are also going to serve Powerade. And now on to the Tower of Terror 10-miler, which will start at 5 a.m. on Sunday, April 3rd in the Epcot parking lot. Run Disney states that you must arrive to this area by 4 a.m. Your start is going to be in the same place as the 10K. Once you start, you're going to take a right-hand turn. You're going to do the first mile out backstage and on access roads. You're going to go backstage underneath Test Track. That is mile 1. You enter World Showcase between Mexico and Norway. Then you run more than halfway around World Showcase to Morocco. First water stop is going to be in front of American Pavilion. You duck backstage past Morocco, going the opposite way you did for the 10K, past Morocco, behind Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and then out into France to mile 2 on the bridge. Then you go down the hill past the UK Pavilion. Then once again, you're going to take a left out past the red phone booths, backstage, then past the Skyliner for a quick trip around the boardwalk area. So you're going to come up and over the bridge here, go past the boardwalk resort. Again, if you're staying at beach or yacht club, Swan and Dolphin Boardwalk Resort, this is a really good place to spectate. You're going to come down. Now, this is where things start to get interesting here, you guys. This is going the opposite direction than we're used to here on the International Squeezeway. So this is the section that goes from the Boardwalk Resort down to Hollywood Studios. Then you have a water stop here and mile 3. So you're going to go under the bridge and then past the bus depot and into Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now this is where things get cool. So let's come over here to the breakout map. You enter in just to the side of Disney's Hollywood Studios, probably to avoid all of the stanchions here, the stanchions and tap-in points here. Then you go backstage real quick before you come out and head straight up Hollywood Boulevard. You've got all of this great stuff right in front of you. Then you're gonna take, you're gonna veer left. I can't look at it upside down. You're going to veer left, and then you're going to go around Echo Lake, past Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. Then you're going to go even more left, past Star Wars Star Tours. You can get your picture. You can get a selfie in front of the AT-AT. And then you guys, then you run straight onto the planet of Batuu and into Galaxy's Edge. You guys, this is a first for Run Disney. This is the first course to ever go through Galaxy's Edge. I am here for it. You will run past the Rise of the Resistance and stay on the right. You're going to stay right and run past Droid Depot, which is right here. Now, a quick note. Here's the Falcon. We will not be running directly past the Millennium Falcon. This is a very narrow space. There are stairs and very narrow access into that area. There may be a lot of grown-up tears here, folks, so this is mile 4, because then even another first, we get to run into Toy Story Land on the Alien Swirling Saucer side, out past Slinky Dog Dash. Once you're out of Toy Story Land, you're going to run behind Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, then back out to the front of it, down Sunset Boulevard, and you're going to have the perfect view of this race's namesake, the Tower of Terror. It looks like we got another hill coming up toward Fantasmic. If you did the marathon in 2022, that's where I was stationed. But yeah, that's an uphill. Now, once you come up this hill, you're going to come back down and exit backstage. Another water stop here at the bottom of the hill. Now let's go back to this main map here. Really, for the rest of this course, you are out on open road. So you're going to come out, you're going to do this downhill loop onto the highway, head north and to mile 6 to the food stop, another water stop, a hairpin turn to go uphill to mile 7, then along for another water stop here before the caution runners sharp right turn ahead to mile 8. This is a big up and over, guys. Once again, you're going up this hill here and down. This is an overpass. So coming back in through the bus drop-off station at Epcot. All right, here we are, almost done. Once you come in through the bus depot, you have backstage again like you did for the 10K. You have a water stop here behind the seas, and you come back behind the land, and then you're back out between the land and a Journey into Imagination to mile 9. Take another right. You're going to go up to Starbucks and then take a left. Again, back down into whatever they're calling the new future world, past Creation Shops, out behind Test Track, the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride backstage, and the finish line. There are 6 water stops approximately every mile and a half, maybe a bit on the long side of that, and they will have also Powerade. There will be one aid station that will have Honey Stinger shoes at the 10K mark. That is your course map breakdown. Before I close it out today, I do want to encourage you to please say hello. I will be on all 3 race courses. I will be in the park, so I hope if you see me, stop by, say hi, introduce yourself if we haven't met. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys face to face, putting faces to names. So I strongly encourage you, please don't hesitate to come up and say hello. There will not be a meetup for this particular event, but please, please, please say hello. But that is going to do it for the Run Disney Springtime Surprise course map breakdown. Please remember, this video is my personal breakdown of Run Disney's Springtime Surprise event. I do not work for Run Disney or the parks, So this is just a fan-based view based on my own Run Disney experience. Any of this could change at Run Disney's discretion. Also, if you are participating in this event, I strongly encourage you to take on the responsibility to check out the guide on your own for anything I might have missed. But that is going to do it for me today. My question for you is this: what are you most looking forward to during the springtime surprise? Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions for future videos in the comments below. And don't forget to check out the digital event guide breakdown right here for more details. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your Run Disney friends. And don't forget, you can financially support this channel and the podcast over on patreon.com/runnerswithoutlimits. Thanks for watching. And until next time, remember, you are a runner without limits. Happy running.